So we've talked loads about working.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we talk about rest now? And is it
What's
important? Kate doesn't know about it, but is it important to take rest days? Where do they fall in our practice? I know from my experience, I take a lot more rest days now. When I first started, I worked 7 days a week. I was always there. I was trying to build my brand, build my business. I didn't ever want to take my foot off the gas. And I really believed that if I did take my foot off the gas, it would all fall apart and I would lose so much distance. After I had my son, I was forced to take some time, obviously. I took 6 weeks, so my peer would be like, you didn't take much time, but I took 6 weeks for me, and now I just work 3 days a week, and that rest time has actually been really beneficial, but I still get the guilt when somebody will say to me, can I have an appointment with you on a Monday? And I have to say, I actually don't work Mondays. I almost sometimes find myself wanting to say, oh, I'm fully booked that day, instead of admitting that I'm actually not working. I don't work Monday. I feel bad. I feel like I should always be available to patients. Still.
Yeah.
How does it feel for you, Kate? Because you are literally Kate's foot
I
got
turned and
glued to the gas, and I don't think she's
Yeah.
found the glue removal yet.
Do you know what? I'm very aware, and I think it's this whole what I would tell somebody else. What I would tell someone else is it's very important to have that downtime. It's very important to breathe and to not feel guilty or not feel like you need to explain yourself, like you just said. I don't really feel any of those things. I just choose not to. And I think a lot of people assume that I work like this because I feel guilty, or I feel like I should, or I feel compelled to because a sense of inadequacy or whatever. It's none of those things. It really isn't that technical.
You just like it.
I just have a goal and I know what I want, and I am like borderline archaic. Like I am getting greyer by the minute. That's just reality. I'm not 21, and my growth in the last 6 years has been amazing, and COVID gave us a setback that really cheesed me off, but I've pulled it back. But I have a clear vision in my head of what I want my clinic to be. And my vision isn't about my bank balance. It's about every single practitioner in that clinic being happy, being fulfilled, coming to work every day and loving it. That's what's important to me. I want to make sure that my administrators, my management team feel appreciated and valued. I want them all to feel like they've got a nice, when you've got that beautiful amount of patients, that lovely amount where you come in, you see them, they're your regulars, you don't take on new patients. I like where I am now, and I watch them building. They're in the building phase, they're seeing lots of new patients, they're doing the dance off, they're going on the dates, some of them stick, some of them don't. And I remember being there, and it's not a nice place to be, but I want to inspire them and encourage them to get past that, because there is a time when you won't have to do that, and things just become nicer. Things just become calmer. You get to enjoy the fruits of your sacrifice. What bothers me, rant time, is that people want that without doing their time served. You've got to work for it. So if I'm trying to inspire my girls to work, then I can't do that by sitting behind my desk going, you need to make sacrifices. You need to decide where your priorities lie. I do that by not having a life, by putting blood, sweat and tears into my business, by when I make money, throwing it back into it, by working 16-hour days and getting up the next morning and doing it all again, because I'm inspired by what is going to come, not what can come, what is coming.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. There's no way I ain't going to get it. There's no one who will tell me any different. It's coming. It's impossible. It's just a matter of believing that enough and just keep going. So if I'm going to instill that message in my girls, then I need to be that person role modeling that behaviour. If I'm sat behind my desk with my feet up, drinking coffee all day and going, oh, you need to do this, you're never going to grow unless you're dedicated. And then I'm swimming off to get my hair done every day and getting my nails done. I'm lucky if I have a chance to wash my hair once a week. That's the glamorous life of me. But I don't care. I actually enjoy my chaos.
Yeah.
My husband probably deserves a little bit more time out of me sometimes, and I wish that I could devote more time to that. But I'm very much a good mum, and I know I'm a good wife. I might not be as present as I want to be, but everything I do is for my family. So I'm all right. I don't feel guilty. Sometimes, like, my husband will say, Kate, you're getting lost in the chaos a little bit. And I love the way he does it. He doesn't shout at me. He doesn't make me feel bad. He just reminds me that, come on, get your head out the clouds a bit. And then I give my head a shake and I go, okay, I'm going to have a couple of days off.
Yeah.
But then when I do, like this Sunday, I had my first day off in 26 days. And literally, I'm not even joking, I said to Ruth on Monday that there was a point on my day off where I actually started getting teary. And people will think that's mad. But I was sat on the beach. We were having a picnic. There was no one there. It was really not as it was no Saint-Tropez, but it was quiet. My daughter was laughing. The dog was running around like a mad thing. And my husband was just sat there smiling away at my child. And I just thought, I don't want to be anywhere else.
That's life.
And it just makes me appreciate the moments. I don't need to sit at home every day at 3:00 watching Loose Women. I need to be working towards a better life for my family. And then when I have those moments, I appreciate every second. And so when someone tries to tell me, oh, you're working like an idiot just because you got something to prove. No, that's your head.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I love it.
Yeah, that's your life. And
I'm inspired by it.
Everyone has the right to choose their own life and life
Yeah,
balance
100%.
and to choose. And that's something that I have struggled with. Like, definitely going from working 6 days a week to drop into 3, I hugely struggled with a bit of a loss of identity and the guilt of feeling like I should be working more. But at the moment, and my stage in my life is that I'm enjoying being a mum and I'm enjoying, and now, to be honest, I probably am starting to come back to work more. I'm up to 4 to 5 days. So I can feel the chaos creeping back in and I'm enjoying the chaos coming back in. But I needed that break and I was falling out of love with aesthetics a little bit because I was in it too much. And I needed to take some time and have some family time and have some me time and then rediscover what I love about aesthetics and get a new goal and become more driven. And that's where I'm at right now, is that I'm getting my fire back and coming back into working
You're
more.
doing it because you want to.
Because I want to,
not
not
because you feel
forced.
guilty.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Meg?
I work 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, and I don't know, I feel
You
like
do really long clinics as well. You
yeah,
do
no, I
major
do. That
long
is something
clinics.
that I think I probably need to change, because I just do I do 12-hour days
Yeah.
in clinic,
Yeah.
and then I'll be knackered. But then I also feel, I get what you're saying, like your sentiment where you feel bad if you say no,
Yeah.
or you think, because I feel like at the moment I'm still building and kind of figuring out what my future looks like in terms of my business, and I feel like until I know what that looks like, I need to grind to make sure that I've got what I need to create that future for me, myself, and again my family and my future family, because again I don't know what that looks like either. So I feel like at the moment I'll just keep working until I figure that out, and that's absolutely fine. But like I think as well, part of it is being inspired by others. Like meeting you two was just, it was incredible for me, because I'm like, I work on my own and I think, I'm like, look at these two like boss ladies, like absolutely bossing their businesses. And like you said, like I would never look at either one of you and think, oh, they don't work enough or they work too much. I just see you guys as like inspirations. Do you know what I mean? To get your business to where you want it to be, or if you want that, like if whatever your
And
business
we're still
looks
not
like.
where we want to be.
No.
Well, no, but you wouldn't know that.
But you know what? That is the point, isn't it? It is a journey, and you can't
Lifelong.
convince yourself that you need to be unhappy in the moment to be happy to reach this destination, this pinnacle where everything's going to fall into place.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you will be uninspired. You need to do something, find something that gives you a reason to get up in the morning and just enjoy
I think
it.
we spend too much time like looking inwardly, don't we? Like all the time. It's like constant, like go, go, go. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think sometimes it does take like meeting a different person to reassess what you're doing.
That's what I say to my partner. My partner's very much that he sets a goal and he achieves that goal and he doesn't take any happiness from it because he's already set the next goal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one day
What
you're
do they
going to
call
look...
that? Mindfulness.
Yeah, and I say, one day you're going to look back and think, I should have been so happy with everything and I've spent it constantly moving the goalposts of my happiness. So I think it's really important that no matter where you are with your clinic and where you are in your life right now, if your happiness looks like working 2 days a week, or if your happiness looks like working 7 days a week, then you have to find the balance that suits you for where you are in your life. And rest days are important, and your rest days could be 4 days a week or they could be 1 day and 26. But I think finding the balance for you and where you are and what keeps you happy, happiness is the most important thing.
I agree. But you know, it is like with anything in life, it's quality, isn't it, over quantity. You can have, you know, I'm very aware that because we get so little time together, I mean, it's not so little, don't get me wrong. I put my daughter to bed every night. We do her homework every night. It's not as if I don't see her. But because I would like to have more time with her, when we do spend days, when we have family days, the phones are not there. There's no screens in sight. I mean, we have an ongoing job at work. Like, I don't really watch TV. I don't have time to watch TV. But when I get in at night, like, you just make the most of those moments. So I think it's what makes you happy, like you say, but also not putting that pressure on yourself to do things because someone else tells you to do things. And if you're only having 1 day off in a couple of weeks, that's fine. Make it count. But give yourself something. Give yourself respite. The point is, I think the take-home message, don't do anything that's making you unhappy because you think you have to.
Yeah.
If you want to take 5 days off in a week and that makes you a better practitioner, then do it.
Yeah.
And don't feel you need to answer to anyone.
No.
Because if you are unhappy, you'll only ultimately walk away from it anyway, or you'll be uninspired and give up anyway. So just find the balance that works for you. We're all different.
This was a nice one, wasn't it?
This was a nice one.
This was a nice